Hello everyone, and welcome to Linda's Scrapbooking Station. This is Linda Petuch. I am a Creative Memories Independent Advisor in Jupiter, Florida. And I want to share with you some wonderful things that I learned from Lauren Hinds, who has a website and YouTube channel and everything called Craft Some Joy. She has a lot of things. She's a very busy woman and very inspirational. So she does a Friday night scrapbooking every couple of weeks. And this past Friday night, she shared with us something to do, a special thing that she discovered using the Creative Memories border punching system and the Chevron punch. You can see it better this way, I think. It is on here, but it's kind of hard with the light. So you can see it actually what the shape looks like here. This is really, it's a new punch and I just love it. It's wonderful. Very versatile, very pretty. We use it with the system. And if you've used it before, the Creative Memories logo goes inside. And then you have these knobs here that fit right into the housing. And that's what helps you do foolproof punching. But with this, what Lauren discovered is that if you do not punch the first and the sixth punch here, but you just line up your paper right here and start your punching in this area, you can make a frame, which I will show you in just a second. So the first one I started with was, of course, the Chevron that she recommended, and we saw hers was just beautiful. So I did punch a Chevron in the yellow paper, and then I mounted it on green. So you can see the design through there. Really pretty. And we talked about it. Yes, I do save these little punch outs because they're very cool. And you'll see I did use them as well. So I decided that I wanted to make it a full 12 by 12 layout. So I mounted it on a piece of dark green cardstock, and then I used some of my old stash that has, I have a lot of the 10 by 12 paper, because I was a Creative Memories consultant when we were called consultants, and I still have a stash of that 10 by 12 paper. Well, it's wonderful to make a 10 by 10 frame. You start with a 10 by 10 frame, and then you punch it, and you skip the first and the sixth, as I said, and you just punch the ones in the middle. So then you end up with this little chasing frame around there. And you can see, Lauren will be proud, you can see that I actually use some of these little punch outs and put them on there as well. Because, yeah, I do save them. I'm an organized hoarder. Ask anyone who knows me. Yes. So this is the Chevron this way. Excuse me. And then I decided I wanted to try, Lauren said, 10 by 10. So that's what I used, was the 10 by 10. But we do a lot of things with border punches. And I thought, what happens if I try a 6 by 6? So I cut a 6 by 6 frame. And that's why you'll see these I don't know if you can see the silver lines that I put on here, because what you do with this is when you put the paper in here, you actually line up your paper right here on the metric on 8 centimeters and 23 centimeters, and then when you fold it back and you punch in the middle, you get this design. And I decided to put that here, and I just turned it sideways for interest, and again, I used some of the punch out, some of the debris, beautiful debris. Now, Lauren was discussing at her scrapbooking night, on Friday night scrapbooking, that any of the punches that don't come away from the paper, that don't not an edge on the paper, they're not a chain, those we could probably use those. So we talked about which ones. And of course, living in Florida, we always wanted to find uses for our flip-flop and our bare feet. So that's what I did next. So the first one here, I did the sand, paper with sand and with the water at the base. And then I switched it up and I did the sand in the bottom and the water in the top, as it is at the beach, with your little footprints in there. Very pretty. Again, that's a 10 by 10. Then I went to the flip-flop and I did one so that the flip-flop has a bit of texture with the water underneath. And then one with just 2 shades of blue. Very watery, very tropical. And I will say I want to say right here so I don't forget to mention that this 10 by 10 is actually still a good size for you to do some photo groupings. And you still have pages, you still have paper left. You can mix and match. You can do 4 by 6 on here. or 6x4. You can do 3x3s. You can mix those and match them. I also do printing. I do a lot of my photos printed true digital. So those fit on here, and then you can mix and match and do other. But you can always play around, and Lauren uses these templates. Some others, I know a lot of other, Noreen Smith and some other advisors use these, and I think it's a great idea. So you can take a look at how you might position your photos before you really get committed to it. Okay, so the next one that I went to, Puppy Love. So the puppy footprint punch, is also a great one because it has this extended area around it, so you can end up making a frame. It stays attached to the paper as well. So I punched this out, and then so you can see it's like dirt under the grass. But this one I did with little pink in the background because I have a little girl puppy now, and she loves to go walking in the grass or anywhere else. And then I did the wild animal print. This cartridge that has the wild animal print. Oops, excuse me. And I did that with pink underneath so you could see the little pink paws. And of course, gotta love nature and take care of them. So I had little hearts in the corner. You can embellish however you wish, but I decided to do that. Okay, and the next punch I used, I can never remember the name of this one. This beautiful leaf punch, we'll call it. So I used this one, and I decided that I wanted to mount it on a piece of paper that was a little bit larger than the 10 by 10 square. So I cut it I cut it with the decal cutter, with the 12-inch trimmer. I used the decal blade, and I cut it at 10¼ inches using this decal blade. It makes a really pretty effect. That'll look really nice with those leaves. So there's that one. Next, I love this one. So this is that little bubble punch that they have, bubble cartridge. And what I did this with shimmer paper, white shimmer paper, because I'm thinking tubby time. I still have baby pictures to put in albums. So we've got a lot of tubby time pictures, but blowing bubbles, anything like that. It would be nice with that little shimmery paper. I love that one. And last but not least, so this is, again, I don't know the name of this one. I love it, but I don't know the name of it. And I do save those trimmings because they're very cool shape. But this one, I decided, it made this little interesting frame around it on the edge. And I decided to leave it on a couple of them because I like that look. It's kind of pretty. So I did two like that. This one, very simple with no pattern. Then I decided to put some gingham under the red shimmer. And I do have to put some repo under there, so repositionable tape. But I just thought that was very pretty too. But then on this last one, just to change the look of it, I cut away, just a little fussy cutting. I just cut in each of these places to disengage that little strip that was there. But I love that Lauren, and she does that. She like many of the ladies I follow, advisors I follow, on YouTube, are so inspirational. And truly, as they always say, the sky's the limit. There's no right or wrong. You do what you want to do. But it's just nice to see other ways to use these tools, and it's great to share ideas. The last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put a couple of photos at the end of this video to show you the way I store my punch outs, because as an organized hoarder, I want to be able to access them. And then when I have my crops, I have that available. So if my customers want to just use a couple of things, they don't have to stop and punch them out. They can. I have all the punches, but if they want to use what I have, if I have the right color punched, they can help themselves. So you will see that at the end of the video. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope you will subscribe to Linda's Scrapbooking Station, and I thank you for your time. Happy scrapbooking. Oh, silly me. All I had to do was look at my display board I have for my customers. This is called Garland, and the other one, this one is called Dips and Diamonds. I'm not going to flip through here because it's going to make you crazy. Yeah, Dips and Diamond, Garland, Dips and Diamonds. And there we have it.